see that.
It's the most ridiculous header ever.
Well, how do you like that shot? That's the world's ugliest garage door, uglier than the one that was on the house. So this job has been put off since we bought this place because we were farming. So we ordered, special order, same garage door, but uninsulated for this shop. Part of the put off is we wanted to go to a bigger garage door so that if we had to pull in grain bins or anything in this garage that we could. Now this is the addition off of the first part that was put on a long time ago by somebody else. We've done a little work around here, rearranged it and made the space. This is where my vehicle sits and all of the kids' toys. The way things are these days, everything's got to be locked up. Keep them safe. Those kids' pedal tractors add up to a lot of dollars, and it's just time to get this garage door done. So we're putting this up. It says it's 16 feet by 12 feet. It's going to be a tall one, and it is wide. The trouble is we had to make the door taller, the opening. Originally, they had plywood up there that they were going to do a large door and then decided to do a smaller door. It literally was falling off. Rollers were falling out. It was a wood door. It was doing the same thing as the one in the house, where the panels were kind of curling up. And in general, the door was just old and deteriorating. The wood was rotting out. The glass had been getting broken. So this is what we've got going on again. Another no window, ideal garage door install. A huge trick we learned about this is that when we're putting the door panel together, leave your hinge off one end so that you can get the door in place. After the door is in place, then you put the hinge on with the roller, and it will stay because you've got it attached on the other end. And then he goes through here, and I'm supposed to be helping him right now. I'm going through and hand tightening all these. But see here, they give you different screws for it, self-tappers and non-self-tappers. You don't want to over tighten them with the drill and then bottom out and have it be loose. He does a real good job with it. I don't really have to do much. But once you have got your door panels assembled, we're having to do them one at a time because we've only got one set of sawhorses and it's such a big door. Because of that, we have 7 panels total. We just got our 3rd panel up. The first panel was slow because we had to get our side rails up. And we ended up finding our door was so out of square. They apparently did not have a square or a level when they built this shop. So he added sections of wood. Had to go get some 12-footers there to make up the difference. But they were anywhere up to 2 inches total off. Look at this. All of this is where it was off. So then the higher up he went, I don't know if the building leaned over time or if it was just them being jackassery, but this one, it's the opposite. So now he's got it all leveled and squared up. Look at how this is looking already. But I will tell you, we special ordered this door. We had it sitting in our shop for about 9 months. And I couldn't help him with it because I was busy with the baby. They're so huge and hard to work with. He had them propped up in the shop here, straight up and down. He's able to kind of manage it, but one of them got dented. So I don't even remember what this door ended up costing, but it's 16 by 12. Right here, there's a dent right in the middle. He thinks he's able to pull it out. I suppose anybody who's done any body work can do it, but the panel he just took out, this rib right here where it goes together. It was kind of messed up on the one end too, but none of the others were. So something had to have happened to it at some point. You know, this one, that one's got it too, way up there. See? Right up there. So I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this. And we're already pretty close to dark. The good thing is it's going up fast. But the door closer that we had is set up for the smaller door, because the door that was there before was maybe 8 feet. So we have to figure that out, and it's the only light we have in here. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to show you. So see, this garage door opener is all of our light. And that light just quit working for unknown reasons, but I'm going to have to find some shop lights so we can keep going. As you can see, it gets dark in here as that door goes up. So he gets these lined up for where they need to go. Gets it all set up with the screws. And after those get on, this is a support that goes across. And they say in high wind areas you actually have to order extra supports. And it specifically says, like Florida, you probably have to have special hurricane panels. So, this is how it's coming. He's fixing out the dented panels. You wouldn't even know that there was a problem with them at all. Yeah, have those pointing down for the next time. Makes a big difference. That's where I kind of ran into some trouble, was trying to lift it over that.
Okay, we gotta take this thing down now.
All right. Okay. Well, it's a good time to take it down.
I don't know if we should have that panel in here.
That's what I was saying. We should take that down before we put the panel in here, so this doesn't interfere.
So this is just tied up by me.
Yeah.
And that has to go over, out of the way. It's actually hanging out the door.
Okay.
So, but I did want to get the panel over here to hit the number. So we'll bring it in for now, and we'll move it. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Doing good. So we decided we're going to quit for the night. The last panel, they actually gave us a slightly smaller panel than the standard size panel to get us the 12 feet. As the door goes up with the truss clearance, we actually still could afford 7 inches. So we're going to see if it just might be better to go ahead and put a full-size panel up on it, because as is, now we've got a 3-inch gap. So rather than have to shim that top up with like a 3-inch header, we could just, you know, maybe get another panel for another $50 or $100 and have it be right and not lower our headroom clearance for big things like gravity wagons and combines. We're going to go online, or we're going to call the store and see what we can find out about that. So with a lot of door kits, they have like low clearance kits that you can get for the overhead clearance. So if we need to do that with the side rails and stuff, you can always add that if you have to. So here's how it's looking. What do you think? So our door opening is so irregular every way around. And of course we did measurements for it before we did the tear out on the old door. So some things kind of came about, and because it's not level and it's not square and there's siding that needs to be trimmed up, we're gonna go ahead and order an extra panel. So I'm headed over to Menards right now. I'm gonna meet the husband over there, and we're deciding whether or not we should put in lights. Because the door is so high, privacy is not really an issue, and we realized there was still quite a bit of daylight last night when we were getting ready to quit, but because no light was coming through the door at all, it was really dark. Now, the old one we had 4 panels of glass across the front, right at chest height, and we had covered them over so that someone couldn't just see in and say, hey, I'm gonna bust out this window and steal this junk. Not that any part of the door was gonna keep anybody out, but for security, we thought no windows. But now we're thinking for light, if we're working in there in the wintertime with the door closed, or you know, wind, leaves, anything like that, it would be nice to have that light coming through a window. And we could still even have this be a window panel and bump this one up, because when we talked to them and we realized through the packaging, they're all the same. So it's $124 for a solid panel that's 21 inches for a replacement. So if you smash your door, keep that in mind. It's not worth turning into the insurance for something like that with your deductibles and things like that, or having your premium go up. So he was able to fix any problems that we had with the door as far as it being dented or dinged at all. But the one panel that we have that is left, it's only an 18-inch panel instead of one of these 21 inchers, and we can do the full 21 inch. So that panel has a ding right in the center, and you wouldn't really know it's there unless you're looking, and to look at it you would just assume somebody bumped it with a basketball. So I'm gonna go see about a price on one with windows.